Hi guys, before the video starts, I just want to apologize. My microphone did not connect for some reason, so the quality of the audio is ass. So I apologize. My camera is also ass. Your boy broke out here. Bro, why am I so ugly? This camera's ass. Oh my god. Hi Coco. Sorry, my cat is like right behind my laptop. Anyways, welcome to the video. Um, welcome to the video. Today I will be backtesting. Or not backtesting, sorry, showing you my progress of what I've done so far backtesting. So yeah, I've been backtesting all of these for like about a year now. I would always start like 2024 until like today currently, and then for all of these, I guess I'm at 100% win rate. I've never lost any of these backtesting, sorry. Yeah, I spent about 7 hours backtesting, did a 13 years total. My trade win, I think I took 214 trades, two break evens, and 100 losers. So let's kind of go over what I've done actually. All right, before I get started, I noticed that my sweater was backwards, but it's okay, it's whatever. So let's start with the MYM playbook making. Yeah. So here my first ever backtest. I was trying to like figure out like some playbooks, and I did like 3 touch points. Yeah, mostly 3 touch point. I never really touched up on 2 touch points because I want to perfect the 3 touch point first. Maybe in the future I'll get into 2 touch points. So here, yeah, for my first ever backtest, I always start my beginning as 2000 because I'm trying to be realistic on my live account, which is Interactive Brokers. Um, I did put 2000 as my capital, and I wanted to see how much I could scale up realistically. So if we look at the MYM, I started off with 2000. After 1 year, I made it up to 5000. So this is how much I made in profit. And then I tried gold with the same strategy, 2000, made this much, and this was my profit. So we can go ahead and kind of take a look and dive into it. So as you can see, I know it looks like a mess, but these lines just kind of indicate where I've entered, where I put my support and resistance. Oh, yeah, so these are all my like previous stuff. I even took notes like good job on predicting weak break and sideways movements. And pretty much like something that like even though it broke, it didn't convince me enough to enter. For example, right here, 3 touch points, but not sure because this safety line was like too steep, so I wouldn't want to enter. You can see here too, this is why I love Tradezella. You can also save everything, and like this is pretty much all of my notes that I took. How do I expand this actually? But yeah, I've made like notes on every single trade I've done. But yeah, so that was for the MYM. Um, Eventually I kind of got better. So as you can see right here, I've practiced my 3 touch point break, kind of got a feel for it. Um, for those who wanted to see, oh, I forgot, let me show you the detailed report. So here's my back testing. Yeah, here's my net PNL, but I would like to change this actually over here. Because what I learned from Tori is percentages are better. So this is my percentages. It's my trade win, profit factor, win rate. This is what my win or lose is. Now that we're back on the main page, here you can see, yeah, I tested gold, tested MYM, did a 3 touch point break, 3 touch point break. But now that's when I felt a little confident. So I did the MYM again. This time only A plus setups. And I told myself, okay, if I had 5,000, but you'll see later in the future I just stuck to 2,000. But I told myself, okay, if I had 5,000, how much could I scale the MYM doing only A plus setups? So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's look at the detailed reports. Yeah, so as you can see, my trade win percent is almost 70%. Here's my profit factor. Took this much trades, lost this much, broke even 31 times. So this was also with like risk management and making sure you really have the A plus setups, with like low risk. But here's my, yeah, from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and maybe in the oh, whoa, it's lagging. But maybe in the future video I'll show you how I backtest. Obviously it looks good right now, but I do have bad ones. For example, crude oil. I'm ass at crude oil, but somehow I managed to make a little bit of profit. So after doing the A plus setups on MYM, I decided to do the same thing to gold. I know it says bounces. I gotta edit this. Can I edit the name? Because I didn't practice bouncing. Um, yeah, my A plus setup. To be honest, I just did gold A plus setup too. Wanted to see how well I did, and it's like the MYM. I started off with 2,000, and I made like this much within a year. Here's my trade win percent, profit factor, everything. Yeah, you can see it. And some days I lost 6K, 4K. But oh, this was insane. By the way, this was insane. How do I view for those who want to see what happened? I think I was on the 4 hour time frame. Quick note, that green arrow right there is where I entered. Later on, you'll see a red arrow where I actually exited. I messed up, my bad. I don't know what I was talking about, my bad. I think I had something like a trend line going like this somewhere. I'm not sure, but I remember entering here and yeah, I closed somewhere here. This, like, to be honest, so I had my safety line actually, if I remember. So yeah, I kind of trailed this. I had this here, but I kind of gave it like wiggle room because I wasn't convinced that it was going to trend down. So I kind of wanted to see, and the fact that it was going sideways, I was kind of comfortable like keeping it because I've already made so much in profit. So I just wanted to see how much more it would go. So I was just kind of following this. Yeah, and I eventually I got like to here and it just kept like going sideways. So I had no reason for it to go down. So I was waiting for it to jump up. And eventually, boom, this shit happened and I was like, "What the hell? What the hell?" And yeah, at this point I don't know how to like, close it. Like where do I put my safety line and stuff? But I had this move called the chopper where I was kind of just trailing it. I had it here at one point, and then when it got to here, I had it right here. So I had my stop loss here, and I would just trail like this. And then this was like a kind of SR level where price had a hard time selling. So I just had it here. Then I came up to here, then to here, then to here, and then yeah, as you can see, I got stopped out at that red arrow, but it's pretty much similar to where I thought I stopped out. And yeah, I got stopped out somewhere around here. That was crazy. Okay, right after that, I decided to get into copper. And to be honest, this was hella fun. So copper, actually shout out to my friends. I've had my friends in the Discord call with me and we were kind of live and I was trying to show them how I backtested. And we were like super gambling. Like we were buying like 5 contracts, 10 actually one time I did I think 50 contracts, and I swear copper in 2024 on January was the start. It was like amazing. You could make so much. I think it's just kind of cool thinking if I started off with 2000 and in 1 year I could have made that much. It was crazy. But obviously back testing is different from live. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Yeah, so trade win. If you look at percentages, this is probably unrealistic, but who knows? Maybe I could. Yeah, I started off with 2000, slowly made my way to this much, and it just jumped up. Me and my friends, we were like putting in 5, 10 contracts, and we were watching it, and we were saying, "Fuck it, let it rip." Hi, Coco, you want to say hi, Coco? But yeah, this I don't count this because it's kind of unrealistic, or I don't know, because I've done A+ setups and so my audio decided to cut off here, but yeah, I've done trades where I was like minus 18K, but it's fine because as long as I follow the strategy, I would make more profit than I lose. But yeah, eventually I went on to go ahead and practice platinum. Platinum, I had a rough time. I couldn't really. I had to get used to. I still need to do another. Oh, I did 2 platinums. Okay, somehow I made this much. I can actually. I know these results sound crazy, but to be honest, it was always like when I bought one contract and I made a certain amount of money, I would make it 3 contracts instead, and I couldn't change it. Like I've always had a challenge with myself where every time I go up in a contract, I can't sell less. And also, if I blow up my money, then it's my fault. It means that I did something wrong, my strategy is wrong, or something was wrong. So to be honest, in all honesty, what happened here was I started off with 2000, maybe made it up to 10,000, and right at 10,000, I was like, okay, maybe I can do 2 contracts or 3 contracts. And eventually, I ended up just doing 10 contracts. And yeah, with my challenge, I couldn't go below that. I couldn't go back to 5 contracts or whatever. So I just kept staying on 10 contracts, and eventually, it just kept making me more money, more and more money. I mean, as long as you have good risk management and high win rate, profit to loss, all these management, you'll be good. To be honest, even though it's just 2 touch point and steep lines, I didn't do it. I just had the habit of doing 3 touch point breaks. I need to change this. I don't know why I'm so scared of 2 touch point, but yeah, I have to figure it out. For the MYM, I wanted to redeem myself because I only made this much in the beginning. But this one, I challenged myself like, hey, what if I put in more contracts and be a little bit more confident in myself? And then, yeah, I ended up getting this much. NASDAQ, I tried it for the first time. Yeah, here's my trades. Usually all these trades are about 30 to 40, but I am doing NASDAQ again, so I can kind of show you how my back testing, what I'm thinking. But to be honest, I know all of this sounds unrealistic, but I mean, I can prove it to you when I do back test to show you that I'm doing it pretty legit. Um, and hey, if I could do this in real life, because doing live trade is a whole different story than back testing, and I get that, and I'll show you why when I've made a video about my first live trade, my second, and my third. It's crazy. Oh yeah, I tried crude oil. Fuck that. Fuck crude oil, bro. I don't even want to look at the stats on this. Like, look. Like, okay, wait, it doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. I started picking up towards the end, but I think what happened here was it was 3 in the morning, and my decision making was terrible. I need to put that as mistakes. Trading 3 in the morning, being tired. But here's when I picked up when I did it in the morning. during the day actually. Trust me when I say this, the first half was terrible. By the way, sorry for the camera and stuff. Like, I'm broke. I don't have a good camera. I don't have a good microphone. Wait, don't go yet. If you are interested in these videos and also videos like me backtesting and how I backtest or even my trading strategy, hit that sub, like, and share. Like, to be honest, this is just my channel on my trading journey. If you want to follow along, that would be great. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.